Last June, I put my life in the microwave. I got married, and in addition to my wife, I have a stepson, a dog, and since we've gotten married, we've also gotten a puppy, because why not? I was talking to someone a few weeks ago about married and family life, and I said, you never realize how selfish you are until you're married and have your own family. Now, I wouldn't say I'm necessarily a selfless person, and I hope no one else would say that about me, but when I really pay attention to the tendencies that I have to do what I want to do, it makes you realize how self-centered our tendencies actually are. And I mean all of us as humans. Having a family and doing it well is the key. Really makes you aware to what you want versus what your family needs. And I think about God and his family. In 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5, Paul tells the Corinthian church that love is not self-seeking or does not insist on its own way. In the Corinthian church, there's a lot of divisiveness. And at the root of that divisiveness, the church is in conflict over leadership, legal issues, how and when to take communion, their attitude towards spiritual gifts. And Paul writes this letter basically telling them to knock it off. That's just my own translation anyways. But Paul's purpose is that they would stop focusing on their own needs. In chapter 13, verses 9 and 10, he puts it in the perspective of eternity. And he tells them, these things you're arguing over aren't going to matter soon. They're going to come to an end and they're going to be gone. And then in verse 13, he says only 3 things will remain: faith, hope, and the greatest of them, love. So love is not self-seeking. I want you to take a minute and think about what this looks like in your life and be honest with yourself. Is this a place of needed improvement or vice versa? Maybe there's an important relationship in your life that you're feeling a little neglected in. Whatever the case may be, I want to challenge you to do 2 things, and they don't have to be big, but 2 things. 1, how can you serve someone that's important to you? It can be as simple as bringing your coworkers coffee, or playing your son or daughter's favorite game with them, or giving your spouse a night to themselves and taking care of the house yourself. The second one is this: how can you ask someone important to you to serve you? Let me tell you, I'm horrible at this. I hate asking for help or telling somebody I need something, which is ironic because I love to serve others. But I'm not good at letting people serve me when they try. But whether it's your spouse, your friend, your family, or coworker, how can you let them know you need help with something? There's nothing wrong with being direct, and they might already be looking for ways they can help and serve you. So I'll leave it to you. What can selfless acts of service look like in your life, to others and for yourself?